Okay. Now the big picture here is that we've got a product. So we're going to use the product rule. And that product rule says that we will leave the first factor, differentiate the second, add to that the product of the second factor as it is times the derivative of the first. It's helpful to go ahead and say that a is the first factor, 8x. Then the derivative of a would be just 8. That b is going to be this 3x plus 7 to the 5th power. And the derivative of b, here's where the chain rule comes in. We take that power, put it out front as a coefficient, leave whatever's inside, drop the power, but then differentiate the inside. And the derivative of 3x is just 3. So that derivative is going to be 15 times 3x plus 7 to the 4th. Now that we've got those pieces, we can plug in to that product rule, this one. Okay, so that's going to be ab prime plus ba prime. The derivative will be 8x times, we said we had the derivative of b as 15 times 3x plus 7 to the 4th power. Now, maybe we would like to see that in slow motion again. Oh yeah, again. The first factor is 8x. To differentiate the second, we take that 5, put it out front, drop the power, and differentiate the inside. Now the second part of that product rule says, let's bring the second factor, whatever it is, as it is, and then the derivative of the first. The derivative of 8x is just 8. Time to simplify. What have we got? We have an 8 times a 5 times a 3. Well, that's 40 times 3, which is 120x, and 3x plus 7 to the 4th. In the back, well, we have an 8. Put that out front as usual. 8 times 3x plus 7 to the 5th. Now, I guess there is some simplifying we can do from here. We could factor. If we look at the coefficients 8 and 120, the GCF of 8 and 120 is 8. We don't have any x's in common. Notice that there are 4 of these binomials on the left, 5 of them on the right. The GCF will be 4 of them. Let's take out what they have in common. Ironically, the greatest common factor is the smaller power of a repeated factor. When you do divide by 8, well, 120 divided by 8 is 15. You still have an x. All the binomials, though, have run off. We had an 8, but we took it out. 8 divided by 8. You don't have to say that. If you had 5 of these and you took out 4 of them, well, it stands to reason that you would have just 1 of them left behind. Now, we don't normally say something to the 1 power. You just have that. 3x plus 7 to the 1 is 3x plus 7. Okay, as I was saying, we don't have to say to the 1 power. 3x plus 7 to the 1 is just 3x plus 7. We can combine like terms. That makes 18x plus 7. This is our simplified derivative.